Hi, and welcome once again to Stone Soup.
The world according to sci-fi geeks.
And this is another one of our cooking segments.
And in case you couldn't tell.
So, what happened was my husband stumbled upon something called almond butter, which is like peanut butter only made with almonds. It's got the same texture and everything else. And I suddenly had an inspiration. Almond butter cookies.
Yes.
So,
Peanut butter cookies being amongst my dad's favorites.
so
And,
we
you know, we all like peanut butter cookies.
so we
It's like,
just start with a peanut butter cookie recipe, and we start with half a cup of almond butter.
Basically, it's just like a peanut butter cookie recipe. We just replaced the peanut butter with almond butter.
Except we added some flavoring because this stuff
we
even
help
tastes
you?
kind of like peanut butter,
A
although it
little,
isn't.
yeah.
You know,
You know, if you're
Well-
allergic to peanuts but not other nuts, this is a good substitute.
because peanuts are legumes, and not all nuts are legumes. In fact, I think peanuts are the only thing called a nut that is a legume. Other legumes are peas, green beans, I think, and things like that. Various types.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah, various types of beans.
It is that's right. Peanuts are actually part of the bean family. They just
Yes.
came out with a nut-like consistency and
And
flavor.
flavor, so they got to be nuts. It's kind of
Mother
like,
Nature just likes to do things like this and go, "Gee,
Well-
this will drive the humans nuts."
well, it's kind of like tomatoes are fruit, not a vegetable.
Yeah,
Then you
that's a
have
very large berry.
Then you have a quarter of a cup of margarine. I'm using butter-flavored Crisco here because I think that'll be cool. Because one thing is, with my peanut butter cookie recipe, when I'm making peanut butter cookies, I can fiddle. I've made peanut butter cookies a gazillion times. Almond butter cookies, you better stick to the original recipe as much as possible the first time. Then you can figure out what fiddles you can do. And this is a quarter of a cup of butter. So,
But yes, the reason the Crisco there is so vivid yellow is that it's butter flavored.
Yes.
So they will still be pretty buttery.
yeah.
And can we help you?
And when I do peanut butter cookies, I just use
Shoot.
instead of a half a cup of margarine, half a cup of shortening and a half a cup of butter, I just use quarter of a cup. I use a half a cup of. I just stick with all butter. Is what I'm trying to say here. Sink. Wait, hold it. Sink. Then, you know what I need? A wooden spoon for blending this. Yeah,
All that early prep, and what do we forget?
yeah, because we're stupid.
And we're
And you've got to get these properly creamed together. And now that I have a proper spoon, because this is what you'd eat your cereal with. Then you blend these things real good
Gus,
until
go away.
you have a mass that is hopefully all one color. Gus, you are not getting any almond butter. Oh, another reason we're making almond butter cookies today is my husband forgot he had almond butter in the back of the refrigerator, and he bought some more. We now have 3 jars of almond butter, two of this brand and one of another brand. My husband's like, "Make cookies, woman." I hear and obey.
He's so demanding.
First time for everything.
For those of you who did not hear that, my father, who runs the camera, just said, "There's a first time for everything."
Okay, now I have it all blended together. Now you add half a cup of granulated sugar and half a cup of packed brown sugar. With brown sugar, it ain't half a cup unless it's packed down.
Yep. I don't know. I always find brown sugar to be kind of fun because, you know, you pack it down, then you drop it in, and it's still the shape of the cup.
Yeah,
I
she
don't know.
amuses herself.
Yes. Well,
She's easily amused.
Well, I've said for a very long time, he who is easily amused is seldom disappointed.
There you go. And easily entertained.
And we have a land shark.
Yes, I've noticed. Circling.
Can we help you?
Yes, can I have a cookie?
We used almond butter on a cracker once to give one of the dogs pills, and then we gave another cracker to him, so he wouldn't feel left out. And now he won't leave us alone.
He's like, almond butter? That was good.
Toys with almond butter too.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
you dummy. Oh, yes. Yes, they recently received we got them some indestructible big blue plastic toys that look kind of like
Jacks.
Jacks.
And my dad.
They are busily destroying them.
My dad put almond butter on them. Well, in them. They have little hollows you can put treats into, and he put almond butter into them. That's why you're acting so nuts.
Yeah. Okay, now 1 egg. This particular recipe does not make a huge batch. Ordinarily, when we're making peanut butter cookies, we make a double batch. But it's late on Sunday evening, and we don't need a huge batch of cookies.
Yes.
My
Especially since
husband
we're
will,
just-
of course, dispute that, but he will be wrong.
But especially since we're just coming off the holidays and we're trying to wean ourselves off the sugar buzz.
Yeah. I mean, I literally kind of made myself sick with all the sugar I had over the holidays. By the way, that egg is the only fluid that goes in this. No, not counting some
The flavoring.
flavorings. And this recipe doesn't actually call for the flavorings. I just am going to add a touch of almond flavoring to bring out the almond butter flavor. Because this should damn well taste like an almond cookie.
Yeah. Yeah, we've actually done this once before. We just used straight vanilla. And they tasted so much like a peanut butter cookie, there really wasn't any noticeable difference.
Basically, we buried the almond flavoring. Okay. Now, that's what I have. Now, this is 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And you put that in. And by the way, these are the coolest measuring spoons ever in the history of measuring spoons. There's actually a 3/4 of a teaspoon measure. How cool is that? Stir that in. Now, it is at this point that we have to stir in the flavorings. Because if you put in the flour first, you will never get the flavoring stirred through properly.
No.
Now, here's the thing. I have absolutely no idea how much flavoring to put in. So we're going to fake this. Won't that be fun?
You've seen how we do flavorings if you've been watching our cooking segments. Ooh, brand new bottle of almond flavoring. I love almond extract. I think it's one of the most delightful smells in the world.
Yes. You could just like dab some of that behind your ears. And you would. I will not tell you what my husband just said. Do you think a whole teaspoon's too much? How about a teaspoon of the almond? Ooh. Okay, it's sort. Okay, so it's sort of overflowed.
Yeah, I know that Alton Brown says, just a little flavor. Well, he's wrong. After all, most of
Oh,
this-
what does he know? He's just Alton Brown. Oh yes, everything.
Well, the thing is, you got to keep in mind
And-
that much of the flavor gets baked out of it.
yeah.
So if you want the strong flavor, then you need to add lots of it.
And half a teaspoon of vanilla, just.
To punch things up a little.
And because we were making some icing for the Christmas cookies and discovered if we didn't add the vanilla, the almond only just didn't pop properly. So this will help it pop.
If I attempt to clean.
Yes, as she attempts to clean, for that is her job. She is sous chef, and since what I really need right now is someone to clean, that's what she's doing. Because the more you keep your surface clean,
The less you have to do once
less you
you're
have to do when you're finished. Look at that.
That's
Isn't that
why.
lovely? And now the last ingredient is the flour. This is 1.25 cups of flour. There we go.
Usually when we're cooking, when we're done with an ingredient, we put it away. This one tells us that, yes, we already put that in, and two, it clears up the workspace.
Yeah. Because I have this terrible fear of putting in the salt twice, which would be a very bad thing. Matter of fact, I actually was making I think it was potato salad once, while I was watching TV. And I was doubling the batch, I think. Or I planned to double the batch or something, but I only doubled some of the ingredients and not all of the ingredients. And then I had to go back and try and figure out what I did and how to fix it. And I fixed it because I'm smart. But, but I was like, don't watch movies while you're trying to cook.
It's distracting.
It's distracting. Besides, it was one of them George of the Jungle movies. And actually, it was the second one, so it shouldn't have been nearly as distracting as the first one. Wow. This smells amazing.
Ooh, it really
Well,
does.
Now we must taste. For that is the duty of the cook.
Especially when you're trying something new.
Yeah. Now,
That ain't bad at all.
I don't think this actually needs to be in the refrigerator for 3 hours, but
The instructions say that the dough should be refrigerated for at least 3 hours before you try and cook it.
basically it won't hold up if you don't. So get one of the Rubbermaid Dilly Boppers. And we're going to have to put this in the refrigerator for 3 hours.
Let's see. How
And
big
we'll
of a
get back to
Dilly
you.
Bopper do we need?
And here's the finished product, almond butter cookies. They look a lot like peanut butter cookies. They seem to have spread out a tad more. I don't know whether that's because I made them too big or what.
Too
No,
big.
you do
they
not
didn't
need a
chill as long
cookie.
as you-
This
But
is
we
just
make
a-
cookie dough. We usually let it chill overnight, even when it says don't chill. So that could be part of it.
Our friend here really likes almond butter.
Shoo, Gus,
He
shoo.
likes peanut butter too. So now we just have to taste one.
Hopefully they've cooled off enough.
Well, they've been out of the oven for a little while. Well, they've cooled off enough to hold their shape.
That's good. With peanut butter cookies, that can be tricky. And, almond butter cookies too.
Wow. Oily
And warm. Very warm.
and warm. Yes, it worked. They're terrific. Now,
Still not hugely different from peanut butter cookies, but there's definitely a difference now.
how much flavoring of what did we put in?
1 teaspoon plus of almond flavoring and half a teaspoon of vanilla.
You can always watch the video.
Yeah, we may have to. So, there you have it. Almond butter cookies. As long as you've got something that's got the same texture as the peanut butter, you can just do a one-to-one substitute.
Yep.
Oh, I wish they'd make pecan butter. I would totally make these with pecan butter.
That could be very interesting. Of course, you
And-
don't have pecan flavoring, extract, whatever.
You might be able to get some. I have the internet. I can find
True.
anything. Yay, interwebs.
Woo! Well, go Googling, you'll find almost anything.
Thank you.
So, if you
watching.
try it, hope you enjoy it.
Bye-bye.